Right, welcome back guys. So we're just arrived in Rowardennan after getting the ferry from Tarbet. We're just about to head up to climb Ben Lomond, and we're going to go up the sort of tourist route on the way up and then head back down on the via the Ptarmigan Ridge. And then we're probably going to sort of carry on heading south down Loch Lomond and head out of the camping ban zone and look for somewhere to wild camp tonight. The skies are clearing mostly. There are some clouds, but they're quite high up. I think they should be over 1,000 meters. So hopefully we'll get some good views from the top of Ben Lomond. That's provided that the rain clouds don't come in. So we'll see how we go.
Ready?
Yep. Tart, sweet but sour as well. Very good. You happy? So just there, what's that?
Bog myrtle. Apparently keeps away the midges.
It's extremely still today, not much wind at all, which is good, although it does mean that when the sun comes out behind the clouds, it really does beat down on you. And when you're climbing, you get hot pretty quick. Hopefully once we get out of this wooded area, be a bit more of a breeze. Well, there's our first clear view of the peak, or I say clear, it's just about peeking out the clouds. It's very flat up here actually now. That bit up to this point was fairly relentless, not too steep, but just quite hot, and there's loads of people, so quite often you find yourself stopping to let people pass or wait behind people. Sometimes that's nice, get a bit of a breeze, cool off, but yeah, there's our destination. Big cloud bank has just rolled in, completely covered the peak. So we're probably just going to look for somewhere soonish, sit down and have some lunch, and then start the final kind of climb up once it looks like it's going to start clearing up.
Unless it doesn't.
I'm not entirely sure whether this camera is capturing it, but that is pretty magnificent. So we made it to the top. Now what's left is to descend down that way, which looks like it could be a bit more interesting. Pretty good spot here, got views over Loch Lomond, and then on this side into the Arrochar Alps. And you might just be able to see Cobbler over around there, with Ben Lomond should just be behind there, which is where we were a couple of weekends ago. So if you're going to climb Ben Lomond, you should definitely, if you're not going to ascend via the Ptarmigan Ridge, you should definitely descend this way. It's much, much nicer. It's very rugged, and yeah, the path's just a lot more sort of wild.
As long as you can deal with height.
Yeah, I'm not sure the heights are really that bad, but I mean, the views looking back towards Ben Lomond and then towards Loch Lomond are just stunning. Yeah, heartily recommend you go either up the Ptarmigan Ridge or down it. There we go, end of the Ptarmigan path. So it's about 4:30 now, and we're probably about 15 minutes from Rowardennan Hotel. So I think we're probably going to stop and at least have a drink, put our feet up for a minute. So we made it to the hotel, we sat outside for probably a grand total of 5 minutes before we were fully swarmed. So we're going to finish these, I think, and get going. Yeah. And hope that where we're camping isn't just going to be as swarmed as it was out there. It's because it's just so still, but yeah.
They followed us, didn't they?
We were very thankful for our sit down and our beer because we haven't really stopped apart from our lunch. Feet definitely appreciated the quick rest. We're probably going to get to Sallochy in about an hour, and I reckon because if it's going to be a nice evening, we might just try and cook our food down on the shores of Loch Lomond and then head up into the forest afterwards to look for a camping spot. So this part of the West Highland Way is actually very lovely. It's pretty much all native woodland, surrounded by Scots pine here, and you're just following the loch. Chili con carne. So we got the compostable packaging ones again, so it just means that you have to cook it in your pots first and then let it sit. But then you can just put these straight into the food waste, so that's good. So they've been sat for about 10 minutes now. So this one was the chili con carne. You can have a look. It does look pretty delicious, actually. Let's have a look.
Porcini mushroom risotto.
Yum. So we're probably just going to eat those, pack everything up here, and then go and head away from the loch and look for some flat ground to pitch our tent. Does that look good? Someone's fire pit. They didn't leave no trace, no. In fact, there's burnt wood spread all around, which is not good, and I don't know what this is. Just set up. There was quite a lot of roots, so we just had to kind of get it between the two biggest roots we could find, and then we've just used our extra poles to kind of pull the guy ropes out here at like 90 degrees just to give you a bit more headroom inside, so that seems to work quite well. And we just did the same on the other side, and because we're in this forest here, there's very little wind, so we've actually raised up, we've done 125 centimeters on the poles, so we've got quite a big air gap down here, hopefully just to get a little bit more airflow in the tent and reduce condensation, but we'll see how that goes. So we kind of had to retreat into the tent because it was a bit of a midge bloodbath out there, plus we kept finding ticks, so I think we're going to have to do a full tick check as well. I mean, I am actually doing the whole tight shorts combo to try and minimise tick access, but they're so small they still seem to find a way. Yeah, we're done with our second Munro. What did you think?
Yeah, it was good. It was a bit hot.
Yeah, it
A
was
bit
quite
too
hot.
hot.
It's quite hot and muggy, but there was a lot of people on the tourist route up. I'd probably just go by the Ptarmigan Ridge, both there and back, if you can cope with the sort of steepness of parts. But
That's a bit narrow.
a little bit narrow, but it's not really much scrambling. It's just a bit steep in parts. I think it's much nicer going up that way. Plans going forward, we've got next weekend we're heading up to Isle of Arran, so we're going to be there for 4 days. So we're going to do Goat Fell and then part of the Arran Coastal Path and some other bits. If that sounds like something you're interested in, then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll hopefully see you in the next one. See ya.
Bye.